guys, sorry I haven't uploaded like I usually do. I'm uploading late this week. I haven't had time. So, I did write more. I wrote a Logicality One-Shot. It's kind of long, but it is a one-shot, so I hope you like it. It was already 11 o'clock at night, but Logan was still reading. He had to finish this book before he went to sleep, as a challenge he had set for himself. Luckily, he was almost finished. Logan sat on the couch in the middle of the apartment he shared with 3 other people. He glanced at the time quickly before continuing his reading and flipping to the next page. He finished a few more pages, relieved when he realized how little he had left. He sighed. It was dark enough in the apartment so that your eyes would have to adjust to it, but it was bright enough for Logan to read. There was nobody awake, therefore making it quiet, peaceful, and somewhat lonely. A door creaked. Logan jumped, startled by the sudden noise. He glanced around, uneasy. The look on his face was almost as anxious as Virgil's when there was a thunderstorm. When Logan confirmed to himself that there was nothing there, he continued reading. Thunder sounded outside. After a flash of lightning, Logan nearly jumped out of his skin. Hello? He called weakly as he heard a door shut not too far away. He was unsettled by the strange noises, the storm outside not helping. Logan's eyes widened, and he dropped his book as a hand was placed over his mouth. He attempted to yell for Patton, Roman, or Virgil, but the hand was too strongly holding him. He ripped himself away from the unknown person, falling off the couch and scrambling away. He looked back to see the figure of a man standing over the place where he had been sitting. Remus, is that you? Go away! Logan mentally scolded himself as his voice wavered. Remus was Roman's brother, who had a spare key to the apartment, but nobody liked it when he visited. He would show up, uninvited, and be all creepy-like. Logan had never been fond of the man. The figure moved closer to Logan, who was now standing by the kitchen. Logan whimpered, and the figure froze. It seemed stunned at Logan's reaction to it. Logan fell backwards as the figure moved again and flicked on a light. Logan, you okay? Logan was speechless. He stared at Patton, who had extended a hand to help him up and was trying to hold back laughter that shone in his eyes. But Patton? Logan stuttered in disbelief. What's going on? Patton couldn't hold it in anymore. He laughed. I'm so sorry, Logan. Roman told me you would be able to take a prank like this. I didn't think I would actually scare you this bad. Logan looked angry. I feel something I do not feel often, Patton. I feel angry with you for this little act of immature playing. I could... Do your worst to me, Lo. I deserve it, said Patton, grinning. He spread his arms, knowing that Logan wouldn't hurt him. Logan growled at Patton, going through his options. He could let Patton off the hook. No, he was too mad to do that. He could push Patton. No, that might hurt him. Logan decided to do the one thing he had the strongest desire to do at this moment. He came closer to Patton, watching his expression change to uneasy as Logan grabbed Patton's face and pulled it closer to his own. Don't scare me like that, Logan snarled as he closed his eyes and pressed his lips to Patton's. Patton's eyes widened. He hadn't expected Logan to kiss him. Logan pulled away when he realized that Patton hadn't been kissing back. His face was red, anger sparking in his eyes, but his hand dropped from Patton's face and back down to his side. Patton's arms had dropped to his side as well, and he stared at Logan. Logan looked down. I do not appreciate pranks, he mumbled. Patton was still surprised as he gently lifted Logan's chin between his forefinger and thumb. I'm sorry, Logan, for the prank and for... He trailed off, looking away for a second before stretching up to meet Logan's lips with his own. Now it was Logan's turn to be surprised. He kissed back, and Patton deepened it more. But the two pulled away after a few more seconds, but to them it felt like longer. Logan smiled, blushing. You are forgiven, Patton. He trailed his thumb across Patton's red cheek and walked back to the couch. He picked up his book and patted the space next to him. Would you like to sit with me until I'm finished with my book, since we are both awake? Patton grinned. Yes, thanks, Logan. He bounded over to the couch and plopped down next to Logan. Logan blushed even more. He looked down at his book and cleared his throat. Yes, you are welcome. I'm almost finished with this book, and after that I'm going to bed. But you are more than welcome to sit with me until then. Patton beamed, then looked at Logan's book. Ooh, what you reading? Nothing, Logan mumbled, already halfway through the next page. Logan stopped reading and looked up, turning redder by the second. He slowly looked to his right shoulder where Patton had laid his head. Patton cuddled up to Logan, then looked up at him. He smirked as he saw Logan the tomato. Logan couldn't help it. He instinctively put his arm around Patton. The shorter one looked content, and Logan put his lips on Patton's. They stayed like that for the next few seconds, breaking apart so Logan could finish his book. After he finished, he looked back at the person asleep on his shoulder. Sorry, that was my dog. He didn't want to wake Patton up, but he wanted to get them both into their respective beds. He sighed, thinking of no better option as he carefully stood and picked up his cardigan-clad Claude, bridal style. Logan's room was closer to the couch, and he couldn't carry Patton all the way to the other side of the apartment. Logan mumbled to himself about how it's unhealthy to sleep on couches, as he brought Patton to his bed and laid him down, pulling the covers up for him. The taller one looked at him for a minute, assessing his choices on where to sleep. Logan mumbled, as if I would sleep on the floor or the couch, and I'm not sleeping in his bed either. His cheeks tinting pink, he crawled into his bed beside Patton. For a good while after that, no matter how he tossed and turned, Logan couldn't fall asleep. Patton's sleeping face turned into one of discomfort. He growled in his sleep, something about how he would never lie to his roommates. Logan decided to do the only thing that would make them both sleep more peacefully. He wrapped his arms around the sleeping figure next to him and closed his eyes. Good night, Patton. Okay, I hope you guys liked that. That was something that I had an idea for a while ago and finished it in like maybe a day or two. So I will get back to Soul Angelo and everything else, but I think my next video might be a 45 plus subscribers special because you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I did not expect this channel to get this many subscribers this fast. I honestly doubted all the work that I did because I liked writing, but I didn't think it was that good. So thank you, all of you guys, for sticking around and subscribing. Thank you so much. I have tons of views on my other videos, and I think the next one's going to be a special, but I'm not going to tell you what it's going to be, because I honestly have to figure it out. I have a few things that I could do, but I can't decide on which one to do, because none of them are finished. I guess just whichever one I finish first. I will try to post next week as normal, like in the middle of the week, but that only gives me a few days. It only gives me like 5 days, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys so much. You are awesome, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.